And I think it's
It says you disabled participants.
Okay, there. Is it working now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, Audrey, are you gonna record this?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. Wait, and our host.
Look, they're wearing masks.
So cute.
Try and
Oh
stay
wait,
alive
I was supposed to.
during a pandemic.
Okay, you guys can take it away. Oh, they put. Oh my gosh.
Are you really trying to put filters on?
She's wearing a mask.
Hey. Okay.
We're wearing masks.
Huh? Oh. Welcome to Kicking It Back virtual style. I'm Olivia Chang, and I'm currently the president at Cal State Long Beach.
I thought you were gonna say, and I'm Hannah. Like, oh, you're both. Hello, and I'm Hannah. I am the Club Spirit and Social Chair at Cal State Long Beach.
Okay, and then we put 2 slides because we thought the slides were cute. So, yes.
Olivia's a pineapple and I'm a lemon.
So, like, giving an overview of this presentation, it is about like how to stay active online. So we broke it down into like the 3 tenets, and then we're going to talk a little bit about recruitment and then retention. So yeah.
I'll start it off with talking about service. So online service ideas, I know it's hard with pandemic, obviously, and it's hard to go out and do service events. So we have a few things listed on here that you can do. Recently, we've done a lot of tabletops, like doing dog toys and making reusable bags. We've done card making. There's something like, it's listed on there as well, Love Letters for Literacy, where you make A through Z cards that say letters on them, and you would send them to this organization that would help kids learn. And mask making, very, very needed right now to help send masks to those that are in need of them during this pandemic. There's also things such as advocacy with everything going on in the world. In addition to the pandemic, there's also service ideas that you can use to cater to social things going on in the world, like poster making, signing petitions, and sending emails, of course. Please, I hope you're sending emails, learning more about everything going on in America right now. But yeah, help people find out how to sign those petitions, how to participate. And that's a really good service idea to do as well, especially with November coming up pretty fast. Virtual sites that you can also do in addition to these are free rice. If people don't have the supplies to make dog toys, reusable bags, to make the cards, make masks, do the love letters for literacy, you can do things like free rice, bean, implicit bias tests, or 7 cups of online therapy. Those are all ways that are pretty easily accessible online that you can use for service ideas.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add, like, you guys probably noticed both of your hosts are from Long Beach, so we definitely didn't want to make this like just preaching what Long Beach does. We just wanted to give you guys some ideas, and you know, if you guys have any other ideas on service, you guys can put in the chat or anything. Yeah. Moving on, we split service into like a district initiative as well. So if you don't know our district service initiative, it's serving the environment. So that's something that CKI is like really, I guess, focused on for this term specifically. So some ideas related to DSI that we do is LA Works Climate Change Advocacy Bootcamp. This is actually not hosted by our club. It's actually hosted by LA Works. And we attend, like, they have it like bi-weekly. So basically they have a guest speaker talk about climate change, and then near the end, they give you like some tips on like how to do like a 2-minute pitch, or like sending emails to like government officials and stuff like that on like climate change. And then we recently started this project called Educational Environmental Presentations. And basically our club has been creating like presentations about the environment, compiling resources together to do a presentation to our local Key Club or Key Wins for their DCM. And totally, like, we still need to do more like DSI related service. We're still thinking on more ideas for that, but that's what we've been doing so far. And like another idea would be like inviting a guest speaker from like your local community. And then impact teams. You might not have heard of impact teams. This is originally like UCSD's idea, and we kind of took it because we like the idea. Basically, impact teams are like general member-led teams based on specific interests. So it allows members to develop service events based on whatever like they want. So like causes that are not typically focused on as heavily in the club. So for us, we currently have a mental health impact team, but there's like tons of ideas if they're interested in like animal shelters or like, oh, I'm gonna mess it up. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, like education. That used to be our LGBT.
All of it's okay. I think we got it.
ABCD. Yeah, but basically it's very general member led. So they get to like lead their own teams and manage their own like meetings and everything like that.
Alrighty, and now going on to leadership, like a pineapple. So some general member opportunities for any board members that want to offer these general member opportunities, or any general members here that want to ask to participate in the club more by doing these things. Some things that general members can do is host webinars, such as the one that we're doing now. While Olivia and I are both on board, like you can have general members, come together to work on a slide easily like this. So you can help members plan their own workshops on the club level. This is a little bit bigger than a club level a little bit, but yeah, you can make webinars like this. It promotes involvement from the general members and helps develop those leadership skills. And also it like can make them feel a little more comfortable in the club too, like being able to come up and speak to a bunch of people on how to do certain things in the club. Another thing that general members can do is they can chair events. Recently, we had a few new members chair some events, and it was a really fun experience for them and for everyone that attended the events that they chaired. So it also promotes more times that they can be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Active, that's the word, active in the club. Another thing that you can do is club committees. These are curated groups that general members can join to participate in organizing club-wide events. So any position on board can create a committee where members can kind of help them out in doing certain things in the club, offer ideas in that section that they want to do. For example, there's a spirit committee that I have. I don't want to preach again about everything that like Long Beach has, but just some ideas like being a spirit social chair. You can have a spirit committee. Being a media chair, you can have the media committee and things like that. And it also promotes more ways that general members can participate, feel a little more comfortable in the club, and have fun and share their ideas too. So that's always good.
Yeah, and we do like recognize that Long Beach is like a bigger club. We had about like 100 members last year. So definitely, I feel like for smaller clubs, you guys could still have like club committees, maybe just one like special events committee. Moving on, we have professional development. I like to think what sets Circle K apart from like Key Club is that we do have more professional development opportunities. So inviting alumni or Kiwanians to share like some tips or advice about working with an online platform or like interview tips and stuff like that. Recently, we've been trying to like start up an alumni network. So definitely we want to start having like monthly alum nights where we invite our alumni to come like lead workshop or like games or something like that, just to get to know our general members better.
Fellowship. Let's go. Okay, so social events and icebreakers with fellowship. There are many different online games and team building activities that you can host, share, hit that reference to the last one, the last line. So for example, I linked a Google Doc on there. I believe it was Olivia that had sent it to me like way long ago at the beginning of summer. But it has a huge list of a bunch of online games or things that you can do online to host for icebreakers during a meeting or to use as socials. And you can get creative with it. There are escape rooms that were recently made that you can do online. Unsolved mysteries. I don't know if how many options there are for that, but there are what are they called? Like small, like short ones that you can do, or there are paid ones that you can get as well to offer for your club members. But yeah, doing an unsolved mysteries thing is really cool. Some things that don't really cost any money, just a lot of activity, is a karaoke social. All you got to do is put up the song, play it karaoke version, and have your members sing. If you have anyone in your member or in your club that likes to dance, you can have them host a dance workshop for a social. Things like charades, Family Feud, Jeopardy. Those are all things that can also be used for socials or icebreakers. Or you can go for more relaxed and laid back events like Bob Ross Pate Night. You can host an arcade game night over Discord where you have different chat rooms and chat or voice chats where you can play different games. Or you can host a movie night, which is something that's really easy. You just need someone who can stream a movie online. So yes, so those are some social events and icebreakers that you can use. And there's, again, the link on there for a huge list as well.
Yeah. And then moving on, we have Interclub. So all of the events and activities previously listed can be done with other clubs. So we've been really big on Interclubs recently because, because of the pandemic, you could do like everything online. And normally you wouldn't be able to like drive to these other schools. So yeah, host socials, service, and other events with other clubs with another club. So we have our service marathons, like we usually interclub with another school for those, and those are like 6 hours or 12 hours long where we're just doing service while watching a movie. And another example is Bandersnatch. I'm not sure, did we do it with PCC? And
yeah, it was that huge one. Yes, ma'am.
It was crazy. I think we all went on Discord and watched Bandersnatch, and it was very interactive because you get to choose like which way the story leads. And then Long Beach has been doing monthly kickbacks where we collaborate with another school in service leadership and fellowship for an hour.
And also I think like being a smaller club too, like having interclubs, it's really nice to have like a lot of people, or if you want to add more participation from other schools or like have a bigger event, interclubs are really cool to use as well.
Yeah, I know like ECC used to preach about like always like going to UCLA events because a lot of community college students are like going to be transfers to like UCs or CSUs. So it's a good way to get to know them.
Social media platforms. With the pandemic, social media is your biggest outreach to use. So I kind of have a list here for things that you can do on individual social media, such as Instagram or Facebook. TikTok, the new thing. It's not banned, so you can use it. Y'all can use it. And of course, Discord. So for Instagram or Facebook, you can do certain things like introducing board members on your Instagram or Facebook story, or to host live streams. Recently, I know a lot of clubs are doing board takeover. Our club is doing one right now too. So you can kind of have people get to ask questions or get to know the people on board and kind of build a low-key relationship that way for people who may be a little bit more shy to just go up to you and talk to you. Something I added on there is host live streams specifically. If you want, you can have a member just doing a whole mukbang answering questions live, which is really cool, or playing games. Another thing that you can do on social media, like Instagram or Facebook, is advertise your events to inform general members on how they can participate in the club. So not only do you advertise for people to attend the events, but you can let them know that, like, hey, this event is coming up. Anyone want to chair it? Anyone want to contribute to the ideas for this? So those are ways that you can use Instagram and Facebook. For TikTok, make TikTok challenges for the members to participate in. It's nice to be online too, because I don't know, at least for me, it seems a little less nerve-wracking being able to do something from the comfort of my home. So yeah, make things that people can do at home at ease. And you can also do spotlights for members to give them opportunities to be recognized. So let's say you do a TikTok challenge. Someone did that TikTok challenge so fire. You need to make sure everyone knows about it. Everyone sees it. Everyone loves it. So spotlight it. Let them know, show that member they got it going on. And that can also build relationships, make them feel comfortable in the club, make them more active in the club and more inclined to speak up and say things and participate. And of course, the big one, the one coming in clutch during this pandemic, more than Zoom, even though we use Zoom right now, but that's okay, is Discord. Use Discord to host your events, your meetings, your hangouts. Anyone can join with a simple sign up link, and there's so many ways that you can use Discord. Using Discord, like, this was my first time when I joined the club, like the first time I experienced what Discord was, and I think it's amazing. Like, wow, I feel like a genius using it. So yeah, teach members how to use it, because it's a really cool tool to use. Members can pop in and out of channels, come by, say hi, join the social or service event that's going on with ease. And you could also use Zoom, but again, Discord is more versatile. Kind of, I don't know, I think it's a lot easier for people to just come in and out, more accessible, if that makes sense. But yeah, and always tag your friends, tag your other members, notify, include them, private message them to be like, hey, this is going on. Like, I think it's a big part for board members specifically and returning members to reach out to newer members individually or very personally, because then it kind of gives them like a more closer connection for them to go and participate. Olive's laughing at me. I see you. I see you laughing at me. But anyways, yes, do these things. I think it really helps with members because it's fun to talk to them. And yeah. I'm shy now.
I'm just proud. This is Hannah's first workshop and she's killing it.
Oh. Wait, I can't eat anymore.
Okay, moving on. We have a mentor-mentee system. We actually didn't include family system because we weren't sure if you guys really did them as smaller clubs. But I know some clubs do with their e-boards as the family heads. And that's just a really good way for you, for members to get to know the club on more smaller level. And then we recommend the mentor-mentee system, which allows new members to be paired up with a returning member, which offers them an immediate connection and someone they know, familiar person in the club that they could always talk to, maybe help guide them through college. But yeah, with the mentor-mentee system, you could really utilize it and create bonding opportunities for them. So you could have mentor-mentee weeks, or events specifically for mentors and mentees. And examples of icebreakers are 3 common things, 2 truths, and a lie. And these activities just allow members to get to know more about each other and encourage them to be more active in the club.
Study nights and hangouts. Online school is hard. Learning how to do online school is hard. We all understand, we all get it, we all struggle with it. So offer a space for members to pop in and out wherever they want, whenever they want. They can ask other members for help. It's a place where members can get help on their homework, or if you maybe want to still continue to procrastinate on homework, No one's got to know. But you can like help people receive some random life advice. I know it gets like that past 9 o'clock sometimes. And if that's what happens, that's honestly fine. You're getting to know your members, you're getting to talk to them. And it's a great time to hang out with people. So similar to that simp hours, yes, ma'am. For example, Cal State Long Beach has Last Man Standing, where it's just literally a place where people can hang out, do homework if they so choose, if they try to. Something else about like doing a hangout is recently a general member had contacted me about doing this like kind of like a slumber party thing where you have the option for people to just like be there all night. You have an activity going on, like a movie playing, but you could also be helping people with homework, and it would go from like crackhead hours of 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. if you want it to. So yeah, it's a really cool thing. What did I write in there? Whoa.
No, I think that's just the template.
I think that's the slide. I was like, I didn't put that in there. Did someone else? But yes, have some study nights and hangouts that general members can just be like in the shadows, but if they need help with homework, you're there for them. So yes.
Yeah, and we also use Last Man Standing as like office hours. So if anyone missed the meeting or stuff like that, usually that doesn't happen because no one comes. They miss the meeting, but
you don't gotta say that, Olive. You could be like, so many people come to Last Man Standing.
Oh yeah, everyone comes.
And then people would come and be like, "What's up?" And then no one would know because everyone would come. Psychology.
But we've really been utilizing like Discord for this nowadays. It's definitely harder with attendance, but I think with clubs that don't have Discord, you guys could use Zoom. And what's really good about Discord, like Hannah mentioned before, like you could just pop in and out whenever and just chill with the members. But if you don't like have Discord, then I feel like having like a space like Zoom where you just have it open and members can pop in and out would definitely like help just get to know your members and stuff like that. Especially with the newer members, definitely harder to get to know them. Yeah.
On Discord, you could low-key like spy too. Like you don't have to be in a voice chat. You could look at a chat channel and just be like, what's going on, and scrolling through, and whoever may be shy can like look at what's going on without being noticed, and then until they can be ready to jump in the water, you know.
Now going on to recruitment outreach, we kind of condensed recruitment like outreach a little because we know that PCC and OCC already had your recruitment weeks, but for those who haven't, we wanted to give like some of our like tips we had on it and what we did. So I think especially with the pandemic, everything's virtual. Social media is the main platform for advertising. So really making sure that your social media is updated. So Facebook and Instagram, making sure that you have consistent posts and activities. With the newer members, a lot of them don't really use Facebook. So I think especially making sure that your Instagram, like really, if anything, like redirects to Facebook or like has all the necessary info for members. And then personal outreach is a really big part of recruitment. Definitely like reaching out like individually to members will let them know that, you know, you actually like care. And a lot of people like advertise events on their personal accounts as well as not just like the club events, club account, which I think helps like advertise Circle K to like your friends. And then website, I think this is super important, like having clear instructions on how to join CKI, not just on the website. If you don't have a website, like make sure that your Facebook account, like the description maybe has like instructions on how to join CKI. Because I think we tend to forget like to give members instructions on how to join because we usually use like the website and our social media as like resources to put out events and stuff like that. But we realized this like this year and we ended up making a separate tab just for join CKI. If you guys want to check our website out, CSULB CKI.org. Really advertising everything. But yeah, I think like that update that we did really helped with the recruitment part of it as well. We also like utilize like Linktree, where it just has like a browser where it has like links to everything, like all our resources, and it just has everything in one place. Okay, so for Week of Welcome, this is our school hosted club rush, and it's usually over the span of 2 days. We are on like the school lawn, and we have like a booth there, and we're just like advertising CKI and like going out and like getting people to come to our booth and stuff like that. But because we went virtual, our school did a virtual Week of Welcome, and instead of 2 days, they made it a week, but we still only had 2 days to advertise. So we were given 2 3-hour sessions, and students found out about like our Zoom link through a web conferencing app. So we were like, as clubs, we were given like, we were able to make our own Zoom links because we were given like Zoom Pro and stuff like that. But basically like clubs had the freedom to do whatever they want. I know like they gave us suggestions on like we could have like reoccurring like presentation every few hours, and like everyone's just in the main room and you're playing music and stuff like that. But yeah, Hannah's gonna go into what we did in our breakout rooms. Yes.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay. Woo! So it is D-Day, that recruitment day of Week of Welcome. So in the breakout rooms, obviously you can see here, like we all had our virtual backgrounds on during the Week of Welcome, just so that it has our name and our position on there. So any general members that came in, they would know who we were, which people they can ask questions to on how to participate, join the club, and things like that. And you can also see we had that whole virtual trifold. Shout out to everyone that worked on it. It's beautiful. And then we also had Week of Awesomeness, which is, woo, Ricardo, my predecessor. We had Week of Awesomeness. So for a whole week, we had different events every day. And it wasn't just like specifically one thing, like it was all socials the whole week. We wanted to apply each tenant on different days. So we had like a scrapbooking event, a service event, a fundraiser event, and a social. Sorry, I'm distracted by the chat. But yeah, so members could attend all of those things during Week of Awesomeness. And another thing that we did like during that is we had an incentive where if people attended a certain amount of events, they would be put into a raffle to win a prize at the end. There was also our website and calendar. Our website, curated by Renz, the Beat Bop Boop King. He made our website and it looks similar to our theme. We also had a resources kind of tabletop thing where people could come to us and ask us about all the resources that they could have, like all of the club rules. Is that club rules? There's another name for it, but I can't think of the club rules. How to join CKI. They had resources to the calendar where it had all of our events and things going on for the month. And then we also made our recruitment video. If you didn't see it, you don't have to. Everyone makes fun of me for mine. But yeah, you could also do a recruitment video. Oh wait, that was our board video.
Yeah, we didn't make a recruitment video. These are the recruitment we showed last year.
I mean, you don't. I never said anything about people making fun of me for a video.
But yeah, these are like what we went over during Week of Welcome.
Yes.
And
I
then
never said anything about a video. I'm sweating. I should have.
If you guys want to check out our board intro, it's super embarrassing. I can't plug our YouTube because I don't know. CSULB Circle K. Next, recruitment tips, just like some suggestions that we got like following our recruitment that we think like everyone should know, or like even like during our recruitment that we told our volunteers is to try your best not to use acronyms. I know it's super hard because Circle K has so many acronyms. So like you're explaining like FTC or like decon,
Yeah,
or
we've explained FTC a lot.
yeah, or like DSI, stuff like that. And just remember not to use acronyms because new members won't know what you're talking about. And try not to just ramble on about Circle K, but make it a conversation. Like what we would do is like try to find out their interests and then try to find out like how we could tie it into Circle K. But yeah, like really like actually get to know them. And I think that's the pro of like being in breakout rooms and being virtual. Like it's definitely more personal. We got less people being virtual, but it was definitely more personal, and we really got to know like our new members. And then I put, let me get back to you over I don't know. So this is what I tell a lot of my board members. If they didn't like know like the answer to something, it doesn't look that good when you say like I don't know, because you are like representing the board. So what you should say is like, let me get back to you, or like I'll ask someone and get back to you. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. And we also provided like talking points and an FAQ sheet for our volunteers. Before our recruitment week, we actually had 2 webinars on it. So that's definitely like a lot of webinars, but we had a general recruitment and retention webinar given by alumni. And then we had a more specific virtual tabling webinar given by our public relations chair. And pair up, I think if you like, especially if you have like newer members that are volunteers, definitely pair them up with a returning member, because sometimes they won't know like what events you had like last year, or like even in the fall or winter if they joined in the spring. And I think what you guys probably saw, like you guys saw our trifold. We made that virtual trifold because normally we would have like a physical trifold and we would show like our scrapbook and stuff like that, but because we went online, it was hard to show anything. So I think I'm a visual person, so I like looking at like videos and pictures and stuff. So I recommend showing videos and pictures of your club and you know what you guys are as Circle K. And then before you like go on a rant about Circle K and why they should join, definitely ask them how much time they have, because sometimes I tend to talk a lot. Like my breakout rooms were like 50 minutes each person. So I would talk and I would be like, wait, like how much time do you have? Like, do you have class after this? And they're like, no, we have a lot of time. So like that's good. But like if you have like make sure that
trying to sneak out the conversation.
Yeah, because our recruitment, like it was like in the afternoon, so it was like 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So a lot of people had class during that time, and it was like super hard to get people to come out. That's another suggestion. If you only have like afternoon times, then try to have like your own night info session or something on the weekend. And then yeah, definitely create a sign-in form to get their contact info so that you could keep in touch with them. Yeah. I think a lot of us forgot to get the new members to like sign in, and then we ended up like scrambling for their emails and stuff like that.
Okay, we still trapped them. Just kidding. They voluntarily came into it.
Now we kind of
we left a little snack trail. It's okay. So referring back to Week of Awesomeness, this shout out to Ricardo, to Kyla, to everyone that shared. You can see all the names on there. I was gonna read them off, but then I realized that's too much. So for Week of Awesomeness, it was the week right after Week of Welcome. So after, meeting with potential new members, we all obviously like informed them about Week of Awesomeness and all the events that they could attend over the week. Again, the incentive that we had for them to attend a certain amount of events or as many events, they'd be put into a raffle to win prizes. And again, like we went through things like we had, my eyes. We had our general meeting on the first day of the week of awesomeness. We had our scrapbooking event, our fundraiser, karaoke night for our social. We had a game day. Everything else after that, I stop at Ricardo. But yeah, you can let members know about each day. Make a beautiful graphic, gorgeous, like this, that people can see, and make sure to post it, again, using social media to let people know about the events that are happening. But something I want to add too is not only do you want to like post visuals, I mean, I'm the same as Olive, like I'm a big visual person. If I see something, I'll remember it for sure. But at least for us, we have a lot of, how do I, like, I don't know, I feel awkward about saying things like this. But we have a lot of like special needs members. So you also want to make sure that in addition to the graphics or like things that you post, you do say them as well. You kind of want to check off all of the senses. Maybe not touch. You don't need a pandemic, social distance, stay 6 feet away. You don't need to check off the touch sense. But make beautiful graphics that people see and can remember. They're like, ooh, this beautiful graphic. I remember all of this. But also say it out loud. Like on Monday, there's this thing going on. Make sure to tell people too, so that, I don't know, maybe people can remember things that they hear more and tickle their ears a little bit, you know? But yeah, so that's what we did with Week of Awesomeness. Did you like that, Olive? Tickle their ears?
No, I hate it. I wanted to mute you. Host.
Olivia, is it too late for me to like step in for Hannah and present the rest of it?
Too bad. We almost done.
Yeah, I just want to plug that horror game fundraiser. It was actually pretty successful. Like, we created a club Twitch account, so that was new, and a lot of people actually like participated in it. It was more like, I think more people paid for like betting on stuff. So like they're like, if Olivia beats this level, then I'll pay like $5 and stuff like that. And we ended up getting like about $100 just from that.
And always ask Olive. Just kidding.
I don't like scary things, so people enjoy watching
So
me get.
always ask Olive.
If you guys want to see the clips of Olivia getting scared, just message us. We have them on standby.
Yes. I mean, no. Anyway.
Yes. She said yes. You got that on recording. Just cut out the part she said no.
This is super important. So it's its own slide. Make sure to follow up with your members. Really, that's what the contact form was all about, so that you could, collect their email address and add them to mailing lists, or just reach out to them. What we usually do, sadly we didn't do this year, is we have their phone numbers, and if there's a lot of members, then we split it amongst board officers. But if there's only a few, then I feel like you could just have your public relations share, or one person in your club do it, which is we personally text them and like let them know about like our general meeting coming up and our Week of Awesome event coming up. So like upcoming events, and we usually do this around like 2 or 3 times. So like, if they're not able to go, then usually they like respond, and yeah. And it's just like nice for them, like knowing like a board member reached out to them and they remember your name. But yeah, I think that's something we kind of lacked on this year. So I definitely, if you guys haven't had your recruitment yet, definitely email your members, keep in contact with them, let them know about your upcoming events, because we kind of just expect them to look at our Instagram and Facebook and website. Yeah.
Engagement. Sorry, my box isn't lighting up. I was trying to like throw in stuff here and there when Olive kept saying definitely too, but my light didn't come on. So engagement chips. I'm hungry. Engagement tips. change it up every so often. Rethink the structure. If you do the same thing over and over again, while that's not terrible and it can help with like reminders, sometimes people will kind of lose interest in it. So change it up. General member takeover is something that you can do instead of having board members constantly on the Instagram story. You could do surprises and things like that. If you think there's not enough events, consider having your meetings to just briefly talk about the events that you do have and throw in an activity for after the activity. So like, I know after this, guys, like there's going to be an Among Us event. You all should play. You could do a workshop, what's up, tabletop service, or a lengthy icebreaker. And you could personally outreach and get to know your members. Like we said before, text them, let them know about all the events that are going on. You can text them on different platforms so that when they're scrolling through Instagram, like, ooh, a DM, on the next day, they're all up on TikTok, and your TikTok is on there. Like one of the ads that you scroll by where it's like, hey, you've been scrolling really long. That's a good idea. On TikTok, make a TikTok where it's like, hey, you've been scrolling really long. Like, did you know there's an event coming up this day? So yeah, like just get creative with it, change it up, trying to make surprises for them that like they don't even know there's actually going to be a surprise. But yeah, you can do all of these engagement things to keep, dang, maybe I should have, just kidding. But yeah, do these things so that your members stay engaged and you kind of catch their eye a lot as well.
Yeah, and I just want to mention general member takeover. That's a good idea, like for them taking over social media, but it's also like for general meetings for presidents. You guys could have your general members lead the meetings or just change up the agenda so it's not always like the same things at the end. I saw like one club did like a reverse order, so they adjourned the meeting first. I'm not sure if that like that's doable. I think it was Chio's club, right? Sac State. Yeah. Questions? If you guys have any questions, you could raise your hand in the participants feature or type it in the chat.
You want to comment on how cute this slide is? With the
Yes, Anna made this super cute slide. I thought it was super cute because, yes.
That's all in recording, right?
Yes, everything is on recording. All the time, all of you positive feedback.
Ricardo, you got my evidence too. I have it all remembered. Olive said she's proud of me. Olive said the slide is really cute.
I take it all back.
Are there any questions? You guys
Cut
can
that part out of the video.
Did you draw them yourself? Like,
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, because I was like, she did it.
I
and I was
mean,
like, whoa.
They typed in cute graphics.
Work smarter, not harder.
Okay, it's okay. It's great. Yeah.
Any questions? There are no hands raised in the participants. Or you can ask in the chat. Oh, is the recording going to be posted later? I will be sending this to Olive and Hannah, and they can do with it what they wish. If it's possible, if you reach out to me, I can send it to you. But it is going to probably be a pretty long recording, so maybe not. I don't think I can really post it on Facebook or anything. But if you want the recording to like have for your club, then you can reach out to me, or you can also reach out to Olivia and we can get it to you through email.
We can post the slides too. We can post the slides. I know Chloe asked that.
Oh. Any?
There's no questions, then we'll move on to the last slide.
I don't think there are any more questions.
Thank you.
Engagement. If you really want to engage them, just look at them and be like, I'm engaging with you. I'm so sorry.
How did we recruit with these two?
Hey, I just want to say Audrey specifically asked for Hannah.
Oh?
I did. I was like, does Hannah want to? I was like, Hannah's so fun. Like, she's such an amazing spirit social chair. I was like, does she want to help host and help other clubs get?
Olive, you remember that?
Audrey, you're recording too many compliments for Hannah.
sorry. Okay, you guys can go ahead, like, you guys can go ahead and, I don't know, wrap it up and tell us about this last slide. I don't know if you want to.
I turned into an ice cream cone.
It's so pineapple.
Can you explain the symbolism behind this slide?
Oh?
It's
They're
cute.
although it looks like they have blue duck beaks, they're masks. So you want to stay active during the pandemic, wear your masks so you don't. Yeah.
Yes.
You don't.
We don't have Anyways, if you guys have any questions, you guys can message us on Facebook, and we also have our emails over here.
If you don't have a question, you can still message me on Facebook if you want to say hi. Engage.
She doesn't respond.
Hannah doesn't respond anyways.
I respond.
Probably working at Starbucks.
Hannah's too popular. She gets 10 messages like.
Yeah, she doesn't message the board because she's busy messaging everyone else.
Oh, we're getting Long Beach tea.
Message you guys sometime.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, with that being said, thank you so much to our hosts. We had Hannah and also, wait, actually, never mind. We have Hannah from Cal State Long Beach, the social chair, and Olivia Chang from also from Long Beach, and she's the president, so my counterpart. So thank you so much for coming to our little community college interclub. I hope that if you guys are on a board at another community college, you guys got some like really nice tips and ideas for your clubs. And even if you're from not a community college, we also have Cal State UCs and privates. Hopefully maybe that helped. But yeah, thank you so much for hosting. You guys please use the clap react on Zoom or you can unmute and clap right now. Wow, amazing. Okay, I was like, no,
Thank you.
okay, I'm gonna end the recording now.
Thank you.